Welcome everyone to 7 Minutes or Less, talking about the shows you love and want to get into. Today we're going to talk about Outlander Season 3. At the time of this recording, I am reviewing this full season just before the premiere of Season 4. It's been a glorious journey getting back into this series, as I saw the first season twice but never watched beyond that. Moving past what I know into territories unknown, to me, Outlander has just been an absolute experience that I have loved so much. Before I get into my thoughts, I'd love to know what your thoughts down below in the comments of what you think of Outlander. What has been your favorite season so far? The story only gets more engrossing from this point forward, which means if you're watching this Season 3 review, it means that you're far enough along to know there are certain elements that need to be explored when reviewing it. So I'm going to lay a minor spoiler warning, so if you are looking for a general review for Season 3, I'll tell you this. This season is great, full of interesting twists and turns, and the setup for the last two seasons pay off even more. Watch it and enjoy, and if you can, come back this way and tell me what you think. But we're going to get into some details from the past seasons to now. From the time we are introduced to Blackjack Randall to now in the beginning of this first episode in Season 3, he finally meets his demise in the Battle of Culloden at Jaime's hand. While Claire is sent back to her current time in 1948, she believes Jaime died in battle. She then resumes her relationship with Frank with a child in bearing that is Jaime's. Flash forward 20 years later, Frank has died, Claire's daughter, Brienne, has grown up. All for us to find out Jaime didn't die at Culloden, and Claire realizes she can go back and reunite. Considering that is where we are left at the end of Season 2, it's safe to say Claire does try an attempt to return to the year 1765 as time passed respectively, and that is where the first couple of episodes take us on the adventure of Jaime and Claire. Separately. So, pretty much, they don't see each other face to face for a good couple of episodes. When will they get together? I won't tell, but the reunion is definitely a detail-filled hour and 15-minute episode that's a story in of itself, so be prepared. The live shown between Jaime and Claire are excellent chances to see how certain storylines would affect the future for our characters. Claire tries to make things work with Frank as Jaime finds himself out of one problematic situation to another as he befriends Governor Lord John Grey, who helps him in some of these tight binds. Personally, as it stands, I haven't nearly begun to spoil anything for this season. After Randall is killed in battle, I literally felt that this show wouldn't amount to much because they didn't have a well-written, dreadful villain to propel things forward. And I'd like to tell you during my time of watching Season 3, I was wrong. In fact, I was wrong. But towards the end of the season, a villain surfaced, and it was more compelling in ways that I can't describe. But what I can say is that it's nowhere near as dreadful as a villain as Blackjack Randall, but this villain was surprising and compelling, which adds complexity to the plot of this season. I find the matters between Jaime and Claire deep and handled maturely. The new characters that come about really have their own identity and don't replace the characters you loved before them. I can tell you one of my favorite characters is Mr. Willoughby, a man from China who travels along with Claire and Jaime. He adds such a unique perspective in the adventures, and he has a wonderful monologue about midway into the season on a ship he gives to a crew. Things have deeper meaning here, and whether the characters beyond Jaime and Claire are affected or not, they have a part to play, and things come around full circle, which is something I loved about this season. Great story, great batch of characters, well-realized material that is executed considerably well. If I had any flaws with this season, just a few prolonged scenes between Jaime and Claire that I could have done without. At this point, I'm with Jaime and Claire in their adventures, and I know how much they love each other. And when they reunite or find time in between the events, they're having sex. Sex, sex, and more sex. They talk, then have sex. They talk a little bit more, and have a little sex. I don't have a problem with it. It's just so much it could be, maybe quite possibly, maybe a little bit, leave a few scenes implied so we can move forward, but at this point, I kind of find it a nitpick. So it's not really a credible flaw, and a nitpick isn't really worth kicking up any fuss over. But I will say I'm going to give Season 3 a great big solid A. Check out this season as soon as you're able. It's been fascinating watching this story unfold before me, uncovering every twist and turn in ways I never expected. I still stand by this series as the best and more than we deserve. If you're interested in seeing Outlander and found my review interesting enough or informative enough, give me a like, maybe a share, and if you'd be so gracious to help me out, subbing would make all the difference. If you do sub, turn on those notifications so you don't miss anything, and if you're new to my channel, check out what I do. I create all sorts of stuff from TV show reviews and movie reviews, and the ones that come together and make a universe. Your support means everything to me, and just by that alone, I will get you more reviews in the future.